We are in a month of February, and definitely we have to talk about love. It is a feeling that is not easy to explain, but with every culture, everybody has a definition that fits perfectly for him or her. And then from its identity also changes from time to time. So definitely, love, culture, and identity is the topic we are going to treat today, looking mainly at the modern influence on relationship. People have different definitions of it. Society has the way it shapes the way we define love, commitment. Tradition has its role. Personal identities or values also have influence on how we express that love and how committed we are to love. To have this very conversation, I have two very wonderful guests with me. They've been on the show before, and they will be giving us a much more in-depth, they'll be giving us thought-provoking things, giving us probably their personal opinions or experiences on the show. The very fact that there is a female and a male makes it already entertaining for me. So you are welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So I'll start with my first guest, which is she is Edwige Sabanko. She's an occupational health and safety manager. Thank you for honoring my invitation.
Thank you too for the invitation.
Thank you as well. And I have Prince Mali, who is a jurist and an English language trainer. Thank you very much for coming.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you.
Definitely, when we talk about love, everybody has a meaning to it. So I will start off with Prince. When we say love, what does it mean to you, and does it really exist in today's world?
Okay, simple and a great question. First of all, love is a profound and a multifaceted emotion that encompasses a wide range of feelings, of characters, of attitudes. And personally, I do believe that love really exists because we have some act of kindness nowadays in our societies. So you see people sharing love, sharing emotion, sharing affection, coming in help for the needy. They help the needy, the less privileged, the poor. This is one aspect of love, of showing love. So in the field of family, for instance, you have parents caring for their children. You have neighbors caring for themselves. In the context of family, it is there is proof that there is love. We have proved that there is love. So when you take, for instance, romantic relationships, romantic love, you see a partner caring for the well-being of the other person, the other partner. There is affection, there is love, there is care. So all these aspects show really that love does exist in our society. So thank you.
So Miss Sabanko, what is your addition to the topic?
For me, love is maybe beyond the feelings and the emotion that he talks about.
Okay.
And love is more about caring, is more about accountability, is more about commitment for me. It's not only about, like he said, like feelings or emotions. And for me, the love still exists. And though we have like fake loves today, the true love exists, yeah. And I'm talking out of experience, okay, because I went through like after many years of toxic relationships and all. Today I can finally say yes, I have found love. And and when you are in, like, you meet the right person, you know, because there are some signs, there are some actions that can testify that yes, this is the right person you just meet.
Well, we both agreed that there is love. I mean, he situated it in various aspects that can be put, and he also went beyond some of those other aspects. But somebody will ask, he spoke about family context, but let's put it now in context of relationship, and basing it more on maybe the amorous relationship or the relation between a man and a woman that are not necessarily family.
Yeah.
What would you define, or what is relationship to you? I will start with Edwige.
Okay. From my point of view, like I was saying, relationship for me is a commitment.
Okay.
It's a commitment to somebody you choose based on your values, your identity. So you choose the person and you are committed to the person. You are committed to make the person happy. Like the person, you take in charge the person's happiness. So this is a relationship for me.
Is there any duration? How long should it be before?
For me, I wish it will be like, let's say, eternal. But we cannot say it because we are human beings and things are changing and it may change. But I want also people to know that though they used to say like marriage is for life, sometimes if the marriage doesn't work well, you can still work out of it. Okay. Yes. Okay. We can break the marriage contract. Yes, it is a contract, and when we don't feel comfortable in a relationship, we can work out of it.
Okay. Yeah. Since we are not on the subject of marriage, I'm going to skip that aspect of not being comfortable. We'll come back to that. So what about you? What is relationship to you?
Okay, thank you very much for this question. According to me, relationships is very wide. We can take relationship according to love, to culture, to identity, because we have different aspects of love, as I mentioned earlier. We have romantic love, the love we share with our partner. We have platonic love, the love we share with our friends, our colleagues, family love, the bonds we share with our family members, our parents. We have the personal love. Personal love is when we focus on our personal growth, on our personal development, when we care for ourselves. And we have agape love, the love God shows humanity, of course.
We have a love God.
You see? So when we take the field of culture, you see, culture has an impact on love. On relationship as well, because the content of relationship is very intertwined with love, culture, and identity. In culture, for instance, you see some cultures they have their own definition of love. So you can show love by telling your partner that I love you. For instance, when you take the Western countries, when you take, for instance, some nations, some countries in Africa, it is proved through action, through love. So when we take the field of identity, love is defined as valuing somebody. It's like you have a very different point of view on somebody, and you like that point of view. Somebody may say, I love you because I like the way you think. Okay. I like the way you act. It is related to identity. So the context of relationship in general is very wide. Okay. It's very wide.
I like the way you're able to see. You want to add something?
Yes, I want to add that, like, we used to say before, like, we fall in love, but today we change saying that we work into love.
Exactly.
We work into love with our eyes open very well, to make sure that the time it doesn't work well, we can work out from it. That's what I wanted to add.
Okay, so well, definitely there are certain keywords I've seen. We have the word like bond, accountability, care, character, feeling and well-being, and affection and value. Those are the words that we should probably focus on when we are talking about love or relationship. So moving on, definitely before you choose a partner, there are certain values or certain factors you would consider. So my next question will be the identity and the personal values you have that would influence the choice of your partner. I think I'll start with her because she spoke about some experience she's had, and now she's probably at a stage where she feels she's in the real love. In the real. Okay. So what are some of those factors you consider in terms of a choice for a partner?
Okay, for me, like, I set out like some criteria. Okay. And I used to tell people that the criteria are personal, depending on your values, on your identity. You set up your own criteria about the partner you want in your life. So based on this, you can now, when you meet the person, you can say, oh, this person, like, the criteria are set up, he can respond to this criteria or not. And when setting up criteria, we have like the fundamentals, and those are the one on which we cannot deal. Like, the fundamental criteria are the one that there's no negotiation on them. But we can also have some that, okay, at least if the fundamentals are okay, I can like close eyes on this because, okay, we can manage with it.
So we need to find a compromise or something.
Yeah, compromise. Yeah, you cannot find a person, like, we don't have the perfect partner, and also we cannot find a person with all the criteria. Okay. But make sure the fundamentals are set, are okay.
Could you give us maybe one or two?
Yeah, for some people, money is like for women, for example, for instance, money is the fundamental criterion for them. So when they meet a man and the man doesn't have like doesn't make a lot of money. He's not. He doesn't fit for them.
Okay.
So it depends on what you want exactly, on your personal values, your personal identity, based on your experience, your past experiences, and how you grow up, your environment, and all these things. So you can set up your criteria and then make sure there's fundamentals and the one on which you can make compromises.
Okay. So, Mr. Prince, any addition?
Yeah, the context of love is very wide. For instance, women have their own definition on love. For a woman, for instance, to love a guy or to love a man is to feel secure.
Okay.
There is security first.
Okay.
There is protection. There is caring. There is attention. Many things are involved. But for a man, he's looking for respect. He's looking for peace. Because where there is peace, where there is, I think, attention, a man stays there. You see, so men have their own definition of love. You see that?
Could you tell us maybe just one that you would probably look at for in your choice of?
Okay, for instance, in my choice, just a girl who is very polite.
Okay.
Polite, submissive in the sense that she can understand what you're passing through. She can understand your vision. She can be supportive, because what a man is looking for in a relationship is support, is caring. So once a man finds somebody or a partner who can encourage him in the pursuit of his mission, of his goal, he feel attracted, more motivated to move forward with that person. Because men in general are triggered or moved by vision. There is a goal a man is pursuing in life. So once a man find a partner who can push him, who can support him, because a woman is like an helper. Okay. A woman is a helper to a man. So if you can find your helper, you feel automatically motivated. Destiny so that is helper. The way. Yeah, destiny helper. That is the way a man feel loved. Okay. So contrary to women who focus on more security, you may be handsome, you may have everything, you may be rich, but if you don't have, for instance, security, you don't have self-confidence, no woman can be with you. They are not only looking for they are not only looking for money. Okay. You see that money is very important in a relationship because it enhances love. Okay, but they are not only looking for money, they are looking for also security, for a confident man. They are looking for where they can feel very secured, and they are focusing also on their future. So where there is future, where there is security, the love is guaranteed.
So now beyond the personal values or interests that you have, definitely we come from a society, we come from a culture or tradition, we come from a home. Yeah. So what are some of those effects that the culture has in terms of shaping how we express love? I'm going to set an example, as in there are certain people who in some cases feel shy. Their parents already know they are in a relationship, maybe they might even be engaged, but the moment they're in front of their parents or people who are older than them, they feel a bit shy. There are certain people as well, when they are in an open place, they don't want that public display of affection. So beyond your own personal values, what are some of those things that culturally affect the way people can express their love and also the commitment in a relationship?
Okay, thank you for this question. Personally, I do believe that a culture has an impact on relationship, in the sense that when you go to a certain area or geographical location, they have the way they communicate. We take, for instance, verbal and non-verbal communication. So in Western countries, for instance, they know how to use words to express their love, their feeling, their affection. They say, "I love you." It's frequently used in Western country. But when you come in certain area in Africa, it's like when you kiss your partner, for instance, or you hug your partner in public, because Western people do, they can hug their partner even in public, in the market. So I often see them. So when you come in certain area in Africa, it's like it's not respect, it's not valued. The way you are doing it, it's like you are a stranger to them. They have their way to communicate, like helping the partner, like preparing for the partner. Like they have their way of communication.
Okay, so probably from where you come from, can you tell us maybe there's just that one thing that indicates the way culture can influence how you express love to someone? I know in certain instances or certain places of where I come from, at a certain age, for a guy to come and take a lady out, it could be for any activity or event. We have to come to the house and ask permission from the lady's father. If the lady's father isn't there, maybe the brothers or an elderly person. To some people, that is an expression of love. Like I said earlier, you have to express the love and the commitment you put to it, and that is influenced by culture. Because from the explanation I had, maybe during some days before our time, mostly each family know each other. Or when you mention your name, they know where you are coming from. So culturally, even if sometimes you move outside of that environment or that base that you come from, when you go elsewhere, you may still be able to practice it because culture has influenced how you express that particular love. So from where you come from, can you tell us maybe just one way that love is expressed?
Thank you. From where I come from, for instance, showing love, the way you show love is through respect, through caring and attention. You see, for instance, when you go to a lady's house, you want to be in relationship with that lady, and you don't have respect to the parents, you don't know how to. You don't act like you are very respectful. You are a very respectful guy. They won't accept you. You see that. So from my own background, love, affection, caring, respect, and humility are very valued.
So you have to show. It's more of an
through
an
action thing.
So Miss Edvi.
Yes, let's say in our African context, we are not allowed to like express openly our feelings or our love to our partner. And in most of the meetings, like between two people that are in a relationship, is like they used to meet in the night
or hide.
Yes, where like from people's eyes and all these things. So, like I said, you were asking like how to express love in our culture, or in my culture, for instance. For a man to express his love to a girl, like you said, both families know each other already, and maybe it can be like an arrangement between the two families. So the man should show that he's hardworking, for instance.
I was coming to that though.
Maybe come to his the girl's parents' farm and work with them, or after like harvest, he can bring the crops to the house of the girl. So this is the kind of showing love to the girl, and the parents can testify that okay, this man really loves our daughter, and then they can give their okay for the next step of the relationship and all these things.
So in opposite side, let's say the lady is going to the man's house. What are some of the things they feel you should do or you should exhibit or show, so that the family also know, well, this woman coming or this young lady coming for our son is the right person, if I can use the word?
Oh, most of the time, maybe the first thing they are expecting from a lady when she goes to her man's family house is first show respect to all the people in the house, and then the hardworking too comes here too. But this is more about household activities,
washing, cooking.
So you should do all this stuff so they can appreciate you and welcome you in their family.
Okay. Definitely we are in a fast-paced moving world. There's the invention of technology, dating apps, social media. We cannot talk about relationship nowadays without including it. Even the conversation we are having is on a technological platform.
Yes.
So how do social media or dating apps influence the way love is expressed these days? I'll start with Mr. Prince on this one.
Okay, thank you very much for this question. Social media has tremendous impact on the way we express love nowadays, because through social media there is a global reach.
Okay.
You can be connected quickly to your partner, to your love partner, and it's very easy to study a person. You just have to see the profile of the person, the personal information of that person, to know the kind of the person you are in front of with. Okay. Also, you have the hobbies of the person. Does he like does she like traveling, reading? So from there you can see the matches. You can see the compatibility. If I like this thing, I have my own point of view on this thing, you just go on the profile of that person. So there is a way technology has a tremendous impact. For instance, it's very easy to enter into a relationship through social media. It's very easy nowadays because there is instant communication. There is instant. You chat easily, even through video apps, Google Meet, Skype, video. You just call yourself. You just call your partner on WhatsApp, on TikTok, and the communication is easy. It flows easily.
So the major point of the dating apps and social media is basically the fact that you can communicate easily.
You can communicate easily and instantly.
And that is more like the positive. Definitely we have some negative.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Just give me one of them.
No, we have some negative. Like, for instance, you are in a relationship with somebody living in Europe or in America or in Asia or in a different country. Okay. You may be confronted with some major issues like lack of communication, lack of physical touch, because you are chatting with the person, you don't know really the behavior or the character of that person.
But you do realize that people get satisfied just by doing video calls.
Yeah, but that's not sufficient. Because
really satisfied.
That's not sufficient.
That's what they claim, actually.
Because communication is not a major factor to measure relationship. Because when we talk about a relationship, many factors are involved. You have to know the person, because you see many divorces today is related to the misunderstanding. Because when you understand properly the way somebody works, it's very easy to maintain a relationship. Because lack of physical touch, lack of contact, there are some things you cannot know about the other person without being physically with that person. You have to know the way that person thinks. You have to know the behavior. If the person is, for example, angry, you may not know, because you just communicate, share things, but the moment you have a physical interaction with that person, you may discover many things. You see that.
Another point I could equally add is the fact that sometimes there could be that difference in time zone.
Yes.
Exactly.
This is a challenge.
Because
Exactly.
I've heard a number of people talk about that. Initially, when a person leaves, there is always that adrenaline trying to get into contact. The very first few months when the person arrives, overseas, and then after some time trying to get adjusted to the environment there and other things, then a little bit of gap start following. But we'll come on to that when we come to the long distance aspect. So back to you, the social media and dating apps. How are they influencing how people are expressing love now?
On this point, I agree that social media and the apps make like easy the dating. Today, for a man to date a girl, it is not like he doesn't need to try to go to the girl's house, maybe meet the girl's parents, and maybe sometimes there are some fathers that are not very easy to meet and all this thing. So the man just has to try to find the girl's number. They may live in the same area, but he may not meet her in person, find a number through somebody else, and then try to chat with her, and quickly they can start a relationship. So it makes life easy for the relationship. But the contradiction, or like you were saying, we have many challenges when it comes to relationship through the apps and social media, because sometimes you think you know somebody, you are deep in love and all this thing, and then when you meet the person, you realize that no, all you know about the person was wrong. Exactly. Now you discover the real person, and sometimes you are like, oh, am I truly in love with this person? Can I stay in a relationship with this person for long? Because you meet the person with his temper and all that comes, when the person is in front of you. So there are many challenges, and like you said, we have like time zone differences for the distance relationship through the app and all this thing, and not easy.
What about, I don't know if any of you had that experience before, but there are situations where people actually use fake profiles.
Exactly.
So they will catfish you in so many ways. Some people do it for fraudulent purposes. Some do it because probably they've been hurt and then they just want to repay someone else back.
Exactly.
And at times too, people are able to get communication ready, but when there are promises made, it doesn't come. I've read a story just quite recently that some people, when they want to travel abroad, maybe if it, in case it's a woman and they are entertaining a relationship, whether it's from social media or maybe Facebook, for example, the lady could make preparations for the man. When things get ready, the man moves in. But on the contrary, men don't often do that. They will go tell you after some years, they will come back for you, and then all the wahala stories upon stories start coming in.
Yes.
But let's move on to on the same line, the technology, for example. In as much as it makes communication easy and instant, does it make people emotionally drawn back? Because we spoke earlier, you spoke about touch. She also added the physical presence of the person. So would we say, in as much as the social media apps and technology is good, it still make people emotionally absent or disconnected?
Yeah.
There are instances where even with the physical touch or presence, you can be here with your partner and the person's on their phone and all that. So what would you agree on the question? If social media or technology makes people disconnected emotionally?
Yeah, exactly. I do agree, because social media makes people being disconnected emotionally. For instance, when we take the field of communication, because communication is a major key in a relationship, and you see, there are gestures in communication. Some people may be expressing their feeling through their facial expressions, through their gestures, the way they show their hands. But when you only chat, you may not discover the intent thoughts of that person.
Exactly.
And it's very difficult, because misunderstanding has brought many attacks in relationships. And it's very important. That's where physical touch comes into play. It's very important, because there is not adequate communication when we touch that feed. And adequate communication can have a major impact on the emotional life of both partners.
Okay, so Miss Edvish?
I think that the social media make people emotionally disconnected when it comes to like a in-person relationship, where maybe we have we meet somewhere. Instead of talking and looking at each other's, I may be on my phone talking to you, but still chatting on the phone, and this it can bring a disconnection. But it brings connection when it is a distance relationship, because you don't have it is the only means for you to communicate. So it helps people to stay connected and show their emotions through the apps and the media. This is the mean they use to communicate.
With regards to that, I have had a personal experience where even with the person being physically there, sometimes I could be watching something on Facebook or whatever I send to the other person, although the person is right there. We are both on phone, and then maybe she will look at it and maybe give me a feedback to it, and then it becomes actually the debate or the conversation we are having. So much more or less, I wouldn't say in that context it's actually disconnected emotionally, because it's like sometimes you can even still be there without phones in hand. You don't really know what to talk about. There are moments like that. But when it is maybe on phone call with a distance thing, you are obliged, because like everybody's on call. You can't just be quiet for that long. Long distance relationship is my very next question. Is it easy to maintain? If yes or no, how do we maybe just give us some few tips on how we can maintain the long distance relationship, if it is possible to maintain?
Bon, I think that it's not easy to maintain a long distance relationship, but it is possible. It's not easy, but it's possible. It is possible when there is sincerity, when there is commitment, when there is engagement, when there is truth. Because it's very difficult to maintain something that is fake, something that is unreal, something that is not genuine. So both people have to first, they have to know what they want in a relationship.
Okay.
Because when you know what you want, it's easy to obtain what you want. Because clarity makes it easier for you to obtain quickly what you want. So many people are in relationship nowadays, in long distance relationship, but they don't really know what they want. They just saw a beautiful picture on a profile and feel quickly emotional attached and want to be in a relationship, but they really don't know what they want from that person. Because when there is a clarity, when there is a purpose, when you both decide on what you want to achieve with that relationship, it's very easy to maintain. And you see that commitment will naturally come. Okay. Engagement, everything will fall into place. Love, everything, caring, attention, everything, because you both know what you want from the relationship.
I hope you agree.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree at some point, but not all of them. For me, distance relationship is easy to maintain depending on the agreement both partners made, like he said, because they have to agree on what kind of the relationship they are doing, and they have to set goals and the different steps of their relationship. Okay. If all this is set up, it will be easy to maintain because you both know what you are doing together in this relationship and which stage of the relationship you are right now and where are you going. Okay. And for me, it is easy to maintain, but not for a long time. For me, like a distance relationship for more than 2 years is not no more. There's no more relationship. It's better you free each other and go for something else. Because after 2 years of distance relationship, it may one of the partners can start telling lies. Maybe because of the physical presence or touches, he can maybe look for someone around. Yes, so it's good. Like we can maintain a distance relationship but for me, not more than 2 years. 2 years is good. Okay for a distance relationship.
I have something to add. It is possible to maintain it when there is more money, because it make it easier for you. it make it easier for you to see each other, because there might be financial constraints. So you don't have that possibility to travel. You cannot plan where to meet, because when you have a lot of money, it's very easy. You can travel. There are people who can travel on weekend to go to America, to go to Europe, just to see their families there. You see that? So it is possible in some specific cases. Yes, it is also possible because you both have the possibility to see each other, to get in contact, to get in touch, and that.
I suppose long distance relationship is not for the poor.
yes, I agree on
exactly,
this. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so definitely there are more traditional roles that both genders play, whether male or female, but with the inclusion or the evolution of modernity or relationship nowadays, some people had already even begun to question if there are the gender expectations we have, the roles of the man, of the woman in a relationship. What are some of those expectations or roles that you think, first of all, do you agree that it has changed? And then if it has, what are some of the things you think has changed in relationship?
Nowadays, there are many changes regarding to relationships, because the roles, I think the roles are flipped.
Yeah.
The roles are flipped. What women are doing today, men can also do. Women nowadays, like men, have visions, they have aspirations, they have desires, they pursue their mission, their goals, their objectives in lives. Because when you take some societies nowadays, or some areas, some geographical locations, it's like women are not very concerned about their future, about what they can do to improve the quality of their lives. But nowadays, you see, men are pursuing their goals. They have visions, they have aspirations. So women also have the same thing. And also in marriage, you see that most women used to raise their children, because the man is always absent, he is very busy. In work, is very busy. So nowadays there is fatherly parenting. They also have their responsibility to raise also their children. And also, men can also help their women to do some tasks at home. You see that? So I think that the role what women can do, men also can do. But I think there is also a limit to that.
There should be a
there should be a limit.
Okay, so I hope you you agree with him on this one too.
Yes, I agree. But for me, a relationship is based on an agreement between both partners. So, and for me, a relationship is more like a partnership, and each couple has to define how they want their like the roles to be played in their couple. So the change comes from both of them. They have to agree on it. If the woman wants the man to provide financially for the couple, they have to define it together, and they know that for the financial or most of the financial support of the couple comes from the man, and maybe the woman will bring maybe 20% or 30% of it. Both of them have to agree on it, or it can be the opposite, like the woman brings 70% of the financial support of the couple, and the man bring the other 30%. So I always say that each couple has to define how they want their couple to be, the different roles they want each one to play. Both of them agree on it, and then they go with it.
Yeah, exactly.
So with situations where maybe one partner, let's say in this case, the man provides, let's say, 70% of the, should I say, the well-being, including financial, maybe even doing house chores and all that. Sometimes when you are the one in charge, it comes with certain authority, which I believe in the opposite. The other person who is giving lesser, first of all, might feel the person who is giving more is trying to be bossy or whatever because he or she is giving lesser. So do you believe that when you are doing more, you should be conferred or should be given certain authority over certain choices?
We were talking about roles. So here you said like the man is bringing maybe 70% of the financial, but in other aspect or in another role, the woman can bring like, let's say for instance, organization of the house and all this thing. The woman can bring maybe 70% of the organization. Maybe she's very competent on it. So it's not only about like someone is bringing more than other person, but each one has based on his strengths and his competencies he brings in, he can play this role more than this person. So they will try to find a balance.
Anything you want to add?
Yeah, I personally think that in every nation there is a leader, and in every house there is a leader. So the man is the head in the family. So as the head of the family, you just have to define the roles in the family. Just have to plan everything ahead in the family. And the more you give as a man, the more you receive an authority, a natural authority. Natural authority comes to you, the more you provide. So I think that men should...
but if roles were reversed, the woman is the one doing more, does it mean she has more authority?
Not the case, but I think the man should bring more. Should bring more in a relationship. Should bring more, because the more you bring more in advice, in caring, in leadership, in counseling, in everything in the family. It's like you are in charge. So it's very important for a man to be in charge in his own household, and it's very important also for the woman to understand the way things should work. There should be financial planning. Regarding to financial planning, is very important because you have to plan for the future of your children. You have to plan for both future. You have to plan traveling. It enhances relationship, love, care, attention in relationship. So everything is about planning, but it must come from the man. So that's why it's very important to make planning, adequate planning in a relationship, and mutual understanding on how things should work, on how things should coordinate properly in the home.
So I will take your last words. What advice do you have for our viewers, for our brothers and sisters who are either in love or working to love, or actually looking for love? My own advice to my viewers, to my followers, to everybody watching this TV show is to first know
what they are pursuing in life. You have to identify what you are looking for in a partner. Because when you know your vision, when you know where you're going, it's very easy to choose your life partner. Because you choose your life partner according to your mission, according to the vision, or according to the goal you are pursuing in life. So when you know what you are looking for, it's very easy to choose your life partner, and it's very easy to identify naturally. And also, don't be pressured by society, don't be pressured by social media to choose what you want, because what your heart communicates to you is very different from what people are saying to you. So you have your values, you have your criteria, you have everything. So choose what you really want, to not regret later. It's very important. Choose what you want, choose what you know, what you are pursuing in life, and do not be pressured by social media, by society, or by everybody. And also, don't make people feel the way they should not feel. If you are sure that you want to pursue a relationship, yeah, go ahead. But if you're not sure, just let that person to another person. And that's my advice. Thank you very much.
Well, from the submission, don't bite more than you can chew.
Exactly.
If it is not for you, leave it out there. That person will definitely find someone else that will be best suited. So what is your advice, Ms. Edvish?
Maybe I'll go on the same way like he's just said, like depending on our own identity and our values, we should know what we want in terms of love, in terms of relationship, and we should choose a partner based on this, not like he was saying, because of the pressure of the society or the family. Especially we women at a certain age, we have pressure from the family and all this thing, and sometimes we end up choosing someone without taking into account our values and our principles and all this thing, and then we end up in a relationship or in a marriage with very like problems, or maybe a divorce later. So it is very important to know ourselves and know what we really want in terms of love and relationship before choosing our partner. And I want to remind the viewers that relationship or love is about commitment, is about accountability. You are working into a relationship to make the other person happy. So you go to make him happy without expecting maybe it from the person. So make sure that you are ready to do this sacrifice before working into a relationship. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Prince Mali, who is a jurist and English language trainer, and Ms. Edvish Sabanko, who is an occupational health and safety manager. Thank you very much for honoring the invitation. I believe that for the first part of this conversation, you've been very insightful and resourceful to our viewers, and they will be able to pick something here that will be an eye-opener for them. So we've come to the very first part of the topic for today. You can watch the KEYPOINT TV program every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10:30 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. Catch a repeat same time on Sundays. Let's stay tuned for the second part. Bye-bye.